understand what your needs are. So please feel free to tell us your role in the agency in the chat box, and maybe tell us your favorite dish for Thanksgiving. Mine would be dessert, all of them. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to CWFleet Demo Days. We're really glad you can join us. My name is Cindy Williams, and I'm the Vendor Relations Manager for CPOA, the California Peace Officers Association. We know how important it is to stay connected and how challenging that has been this year. And that is why CPOA has put together these demo days to keep our membership and our agencies connected to the important service providers that keep their teams safe and informed while they're out protecting our communities. So we appreciate you joining us today, and we especially appreciate the vendor partners who are participating today and giving their time to you today in this virtual event. Just want to let you know that you please stay muted during the presentation through the length of the presentation. You will have the opportunity to chat and ask your questions at the end of the presentation. So please just pay attention to that if you would. We really appreciate it. At the close, again, we will be asking questions of you. And with that, I would like to welcome the team at Dodge Law Enforcement and welcome Ken to present on behalf of the team at Dodge Law. Good morning, Ken, and welcome to CWFleet Demo Days.
Thank you, Sandy. And hello, everyone. On behalf of the FCA Government Sales Team and Dodge Law, I want to welcome you to the FCA Law Enforcement Overview for 21 model year. A special thanks goes out to the team at CWFleet for giving us the opportunity to share with you virtually all the exciting news about our law enforcement lineup coming your way in 21 model year. First and foremost, we hope that all of you are remaining safe and healthy in these very unusual times. Of course, my name is Ken Castello, Law Enforcement Manager for Dodge, and I'm delighted to share a few minutes with you as we discuss the lineup for 21 model year. We want to thank you for your business. We want to thank you for your support. And of course, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. So let's get started. What's new 2021 model year? We'll start out with our Dodge Charger Pursuit, our sedan. As you know, it was first introduced in 2006 and slowly became the #1 selling sedan across the country. Today, it is the only remaining sedan left in the law enforcement segment. The Dodge Charger Pursuit is available in both V6 and V8 powertrains with the first ever V6 all-wheel drive offering. And of course, these new powertrains meet the performance profiles that you expect in the key categories of acceleration, braking, and handling. Now, one of the most significant changes with the 21 model year lineup of the Charger is related to the transmission, as we are replacing the 5-speed transmission that is currently in our Charger and historically has been featured in the Charger Pursuit with the all-new 8-speed TorqueFlite transmission. Now, when I say all new, it's all new to the Charger Pursuit, but it's not new to our vehicle portfolio, as this heavy-duty 8-speed TorqueFlite transmission is already featured in the Durangos, Ram 1500s, and Jeep Grand Cherokees. In 21 model year, the Charger Pursuit rear-wheel drive returns with the legendary 5.7-liter Hemi engine with that 8-speed TorqueFlite transmission to provide both fuel economy and performance improvements. This vehicle is packing 370 horsepower, 395 pound-per-foot of torque, features the fuel saver technology that simply means that when your officers are just cruising around town, they're only operating on half of the cylinders. But when they need full power, they simply accelerate and the full eight cylinders kick back in. Comes equipped with a 2.62 rear axle ratio that gets you off the line very quickly and up to performance speeds. All new for 21 model year, we're very excited to offer our law enforcement community the all-new Charger Pursuit V6 all-wheel drive. It features the proven Pentastar 3.6-liter engine, an increase up to 300 horsepower, 264 pound of torque, with a 3.07 rear axle ratio, and of course, the all-wheel drive functionality that gives you the traction you need when you need it the most. Let's talk about a couple of new features for the Charger Pursuit in 21 model year. First of all, our top speed will be 140 miles per hour, with the ability for the first time as an agency, once you receive or take delivery of the vehicle, you can now configure that top speed. Utilizing the YTech service tool, you can go into our vehicle, into the diagnostics, and reduce that speed to perhaps a speed that's more conducive to your particular agency surroundings. Perhaps 140 miles per hour is just simply too fast when you're going from stop sign to stop sign, city block to city block, and you want to reduce that speed to provide a more safer environment. You can now do that with the Charger Pursuit. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, keeping those officers connected becomes standard. We've increased the GVWR to 5,500 pounds to assist you with the increased payload requirements that sometimes is necessary with all the equipment that agencies add to the vehicle. Push-push fuel door becomes standard, as well as electric power steering on both powertrains. We also want to, with the new additions, we want to remind everyone of the standard features that truly makes up the Charger Pursuit and makes the vehicle what it's become to be. The vehicle system interface module, making upfitting much easier with many hardwired inputs and outputs, allowing our vehicle and all the equipment to work together to perform as expected. The industry's first secure park, we introduced that a number of years ago as a transmission switch interlock to prevent the transmission from shifting out of park. When your officer is outside of the vehicle is unlocked and remains running. Obviously, it's designed to prevent someone from getting into that vehicle and leaving the scene in your police car. Secure park is standard across the board on Charger. 3 auxiliary steering wheel switches that you can program to perform a number of functions such as lights, sirens, perhaps radio communications. 220 amp alternator, heavy duty battery, passive entry keyless go, no need for a hard key, no need for officers to fumble in the dark trying to get the keys out of their pocket and find the keyhole cylinder. You simply place your hand under the door handle, get in, press the start, and off you go. Red, white interior dome lamp, engine idle hour, engine hour meter, both standard on the Charger Pursuit. Being able to obtain that valuable engine information simply by pressing a button is standard on the vehicle. And again, worth mentioning, there is no more reservoir checking power steering fluids. Electric power steering is standard across the board on our Charger Pursuit. Now, a little over 2 years ago, we introduced Durango as a pursuit vehicle. But we told our customers around the country that we were not finished. Be patient, we're not finished with this vehicle, because we realized that there was a lot of improvements that we wanted to make. There were a lot of additions that we wanted to add to this vehicle. And we promised our customers that we would deliver on that improvement and additions. That promise is now a reality, as the 21 model year Durango Pursuit is the vehicle that agencies have been asking us for a number of years, and a vehicle that is necessary to get the job done. It features a new front fascia, a new rear spoiler on the exterior, a redesigned interior, available in 2 all-wheel drive powertrains, and an incredible over 25 brand new features on this particular vehicle. The standard configuration will be our Durango Pursuit all-wheel drive V6 featuring the 3.6-liter Pentastar engine, the 8-speed torque-like transmission, 293 horsepower, 260 pound per foot of torque, a 3.45 rear axle ratio, and single-speed full-time all-wheel drive. Now, obviously, some of you need more performance, need more power. We bring you the legendary 5.7-liter V8 Hemi engine with the 8-speed transmission to give you that performance. This vehicle is boasting 360 horsepower, 390 pound per foot of torque. Fuel saver technology, just like we talked about with the Charger, and a 3.09 rear axle ratio, single speed, full-time all-wheel drive. However, worth mentioning, we'll talk about some options a little later on in the presentation, but when you elect to get what's known as the trailer tow group option on the Durango Pursuit V8 powertrain only, you're going to get a 2-speed on-demand transfer case. And folks, what this does is it gives you the ability to very easily go into all-wheel drive low range simply by pressing a button on the interior of Durango. That's only available on the V8 when you elect the option of a trailer tow group package. Now, as I mentioned before, over 25 new features, mostly standard features on the vehicle with several optional items to give you choices and make this vehicle more adaptive to your agency. But these new features and optional items make Durango a contender as the utility of choice going forward in the law enforcement market. First and foremost, the all-new IP-mounted shifter. Taking that shifter out of its current location in the 19 and 20 model year vehicles in the console and placing it up near that steering column. It places the transmission shifter just to the right of the steering column, just behind the steering wheel, freeing up that valuable space in that center console. It exits the instrument panel just to the right of the steering column. It's very ergonomic, very operator friendly. In fact, it's identical in performance and the aspect as our Charger Pursuit. So it's very similar in its operation. Vinyl floor, cloth seats will be your standard configuration with the ability now that if you want a vinyl rear seat, you want carpet in the vehicle, your dealer can easily order that through our normal ordering system. Again, vinyl floor, cloth seats are your standard. Carpet and rear vinyl seat will be optional. Now, we know that officers spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day, depending on their shift, cruising around in an automobile. And we want them to be very comfortable. We want them to feel safe, and we want them to enjoy driving our Durango Pursuit. So we've redesigned that interior and provided police-specific seats. These seats have the bolster and back carved out in strategic locations, as noted there in the photograph, about the same location where that seatbelt receiver is located, to make it more ergonomic and be more comfortable with the duty belts and all of the tools of the trade that our officers carry around each and every day. The extended, taller seatbelt receivers, of course, makes it easier to buckle up. That receiver, very similar to our Charger, is up and away from perhaps a center console or the police console that you will likely place in the vehicle once you receive it, making it easier and much more comfortable to buckle up, which is our #1 goal in the safety of our officers. Okay, hold on.
Everything okay, Ken?
Cindy, for some reason, it's not wanting to advance the slide. Okay, here we go.
There we go. Great.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. The virtual reality of doing business does offer a few challenges from time to time, but we'll work through it. The vehicle system interface module, very much like we have on the Charger, specifically designed to making upfitting easier with many hardwired inputs and outputs. Again, the goal of this is to make it much easier for your upfitters and your technicians to add all of the equipment that you deem necessary on your vehicle. And as we like to say, our vehicle and your equipment play nice together to perform the expected results that you require. Black steel wheels, center chrome caps will be standard on the 21 model year Durango Pursuit, with the ability, if you want a administrative look or a street appearance look, your dealer can now order the aluminum wheel package as a standalone option. Heavy duty Pursuit BR9 brakes become standard on the Durango, the exact same brake package that has been featured on our Charger Pursuit for several years, the exact same brake package that has offered exceptional results when it comes to deceleration and stopping power over the years. And the ability to now order an optional item of LED spot lamps, LED only, no halogen lamps, both driver and or passenger lamps can now be ordered directly through the dealer. Each Durango Pursuit comes standard with a mini console that houses our media hub and an equipment mounting bracket. The media hub features 2 USB ports, an auxiliary port, as well as 2 charging ports, again, keeping all of those electronics, cell phones, iPads, whatever the officer needs in that vehicle to remain charged and connected. That is standard on our Durango Pursuit, located there in the mini console. Always on the left side, closest to that driver's reach. The equipment mounting bracket, as you can see in the photograph, the smooth silver looking device, 25 inches long, 9 inches wide, pretty big to accommodate any console or equipment that you might wish to attach to that equipment mounting bracket, or remove it and attach your police consoles directly to the Durango. Both are standard in 21 model year. We're going to give you 4 programmable auxiliary switches. Now, these switches, unlike with the Charger, as you recall, we said the switches were located on the face of the steering wheel. In the Durango, they're actually located there on the center stack, the area that has the HVAC controls, the volume controls for the standard radio system. Always located on the left-hand side of that center stack of the vehicle. These programmable switches are improved over our Charger Pursuit switches in the fact that you can program to be momentarily functional or latching functionality. Your choice. You program that once you receive the vehicle and you go through the auxiliary upfitting process. Again, always located on the center stack on the left side, easily reached by the operator of the vehicle. The standard Uconnect 4 entertainment system with the 8.4-inch display, a beautiful display there on the dash, very prominent, very easy to interact with, very easily seen. But if you want to go big, folks, you can go really large in the Durango Pursuit. We have a new Uconnect 5 nav system with an incredible 10.1-inch display as an option available for ordering. And for the first time ever, only on the Durango Pursuit, we have a new feature called the Fleet Settings menu. And this Fleet Settings menu allows you to make choices to change or implement a number of useful functions that perhaps in the past you simply had to work around whatever the manufacturer sent you. Things like enabling or disabling lockout prevention, enabling, disabling the fob chime, theft and panic alarms. You now have the ability to go into the Fleet Settings menu and make changes that best suit your fleet. This is also where you will determine whether the auxiliary switches are latching or momentarily functional. The secure park system, which by the way is either manual or automatically engaged on the Durango Pursuit, this is where you will make the choices. It's very simple. It's almost as easy as saving your favorite radio station on your current vehicle so you can enjoy that station in the future. Same concept. You make your changes, you save it, you can pin protect it to protect the integrity of your choice, and you forget about it. And of course, if you need to make changes in the future, you simply go back in, enter that PIN number, and you're set to go. Only on Durango Pursuit do we offer the fleet settings menu, and we think it's going to be a very big asset for you, the customer. Other notable items on the Durango Pursuit, new items that we think you'll be happy to see: the engine hour meter, very similar to the Charger. Very important information simply by pressing the button to gain that information about the number of hours that are on that engine and how many of those hours are actual idle hours. Secure Park, just like the Charger, as far as functionality, preventing someone from being able to take that vehicle unauthorized. It works the same way with the Durango, but it's new and improved. For those of you who are familiar with the Charger Pursuit Secure Park system, you know that it requires human interaction, meaning that you have to depend on your officer each and every time that that vehicle is left running in park and they exit the vehicle. They've got to remember to activate that system by pressing a button on the back side of the steering wheel. If they forget for some reason, now you have a vehicle that's vulnerable and perhaps could be taken from the scene. With Durango, because of the technology that exists, we've actually enhanced that system. You now make the choice. You can select it, it's manually engaged, just like the Charger, or it can be automatically engaged. We suspect many of you will go for the latter, but we give you that choice. And again, you make that decision in the fleet settings menu. Stealth mode becomes standard on the Durango Pursuit, being able to activate that system when the officer needs to be less detectable. It's especially important when we talk about surveillance and undercover operations. Durango Pursuit features a 120-inch wheelbase and over 8 inches of ground clearance. We've developed a new tire with our partners, Bridgestone and Firestone, a 255 60R18 V-rated tire. And what this does is it allows us to give you more capability. It allows us to raise the top speed to 130 miles per hour, which is across the board the top speed for Durango Pursuit. Again, don't forget you have the ability, just like with the Charger, to go in and reduce that speed to speeds that are more conducive to your particular jurisdiction. And also for 21 model year, a wide variety of orderable options available through your dealer. These are things that we know that law enforcement expects on vehicles, and trying to make it much more economical and much easier to have a vehicle that's more of a turnkey package. We're offering a number of optional items, things like deactivating rear windows and doors, police wiring harness with the power distribution center, level 3+ ballistic doors in the driver's front door and or passenger door. We offer the trailer tow group option, which I spoke briefly of earlier, that gives you, the customer, when you match it up with that V8 powertrain, the 2-speed on-demand transfer case with the all-wheel drive low range. You also get a Class 4 receiver hitch and a 7 or 4-pin wiring harness. The technology group option that's available features 5 outstanding driver assistance programs that you may or may not be interested in, but it's all packaged together. Things like forward collision warning with a Pursuit exclusive override that will allow your officers with forward collision warning to still perform such maneuvers as a pit maneuver or actual making physical contact with another vehicle. Adaptive cruise control, advanced brake assist, lane departure warning, and rain-sensitive windshield wipers are all a part of the technology group option. We offer you as an option for Durango Fleet Key-alike, being able to have one key fob to operate all of your Durangos from 21 model year going forward. And also unique to that is the exact same frequencies that our Charger Pursuit Fleet Key-alike option operates on. So now you truly have the ability to have a key fob to operate a large number of vehicles in your fleet. Independently lockable liftgate system with an option of getting a power liftgate on Durango Pursuit. We've given you the opportunity to wig-wag both front and rear lamps through the VISA module at no additional cost. It's simply a matter of activating this system. Dedicated upfitter circuits, both battery and ignition circuits, again, trying to make upfitting and pairing all of the equipment with our vehicle much easier and much more productive. 320 amp battery, 320 amp ignition circuits with the applicable pass-through wiring does just that. And red, white dome lamps, standard across the board on Durango Pursuit, not only in the passenger area, but we want officers to be able to see when they're in the cargo area in the rear of Durango. We're going to place a second red, white dome lamp in the back of that vehicle. Now, while we've spent a lot of time talking about the Pursuit lineup, we also want to remind our law enforcement partners of the excellent SSV vehicles, special service vehicles that are available. Our rear-wheel drive Dodge Durango, rear-wheel drive only, special service vehicle is available with the award-winning 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, or for more power, legendary 5.7-liter Hemi V-8, features a towing capacity of up to 7,400 pounds. And our Ram 1500 special service vehicle features the 5.7-liter Hemi engine. It's going to give you an incredible 395 horsepower with that 8-speed transmission and a rotary shifter. The Ram 1500 is also equipped with a class-exclusive VISA module, the Vehicle System Interface module, and with the class-exclusive option of getting the Ram Box cargo system. You simply can't go wrong with this vehicle. It checks all the blocks when it comes to a special service vehicle. And we're very excited, of course, to offer to our law enforcement customers the arrival of the Ram heavy-duty special service vehicle as the first and only heavy-duty pickup truck that is equipped in an SSV package for government and emergency responder fleets. It features the Vehicle System Interface module, a 220 amp alternator, and IP-mounted auxiliary switches. The Ram heavy-duty SSV is available in a couple of different trim lines, the 2500 regular or crew cab tradesman 4x4, as well as the 3500 regular or crew cab tradesman trim level. We're very excited to offer that vehicle to you, our customer, going forward. Now at Dodge, we realize that selling you the vehicle is just part of the equation. It's one aspect of the deal. It's the building of relationships and the service after the sale that completes the customer experience. Our Mopar service and parts team is always standing by and ready to meet your needs. We stand ready to support your needs with a dedicated direct contact for police and government fleets. Our National Service and Parts Manager, who I believe I've seen on this call this afternoon, David Mitzer, it can be reached by a couple of ways. You see his email address there at david.mitzer@fcagroup.com, or you can call him directly at 248-421-3378. David is a very valuable resource to our team and is always eager and ready to assist you in any way that he possibly can. We have dedicated fleet customer advocates that assist with customer assistance, technical and parts assistance, and dealer concerns. The boots on the ground that really makes this work for us are the many people out there that are scattered throughout the country, our regional parts and service managers that provide additional customer support across the country, our dedicated fleet technical advisors that assist our fleet customers with technical and repair assistance. As you can see in the presentation, they're spread throughout the country in various regions. That is our regional service and parts managers and the states that apply to their area. And of course, our fleet technical advisors. And when I say boots on the ground, these are the people that make it work. They go out and they help our technicians with our local agencies to diagnose and troubleshoot issues, and they offer suggestions and solutions to get that vehicle back on the road. So we could not do without our service team. Our Fleet Customer Support Center is always available to provide assistance and guide you when it comes to to get you in touch with the appropriate personnel to meet your needs. Several ways to contact us. Of course, we always advocate that you visit our website at www.fcausfleet.com. Here you can find information about our products. You can read about our programs that we're offering. You can find a dealer. You can find the appropriate contact person for your particular region of the country, both commercial fleet as well as government fleet. Our Fleet Customer Care Center, dedicated to support you in various ways for customer assistance, technical assistance, parts inquiries, supply questions, and dealer concerns. This group is available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can reach them. You can see three ways there on your screen, either by going to the Contact Us button on our fleet website. You can call 1-800-999-3533, select option 3, or you can send them an email at moparfleetservice@fcagroup.com. A variety of ways to keep you connected to the resources, which is vitally important when you're trying to keep a fleet of police vehicles or government vehicles in general up and running 24/7. Also, Mopar offers a variety of information directly to our customers in an online format through Dealer Connect. This information is designed to assist technicians and the people that are in charge of keeping our vehicles up and running. One thing that is very informative is what's known as the service library. When you log in through Dealer Connect, you have access to the service tab, and you can get repair information and several things as it shows on the screen there, allowing you to zoom in on a particular area of a vehicle to get clarity and detail to accurately determine the issues that are maybe ongoing. 3D circuit tracer, allowing you to follow an entire circuit and locate key components just by utilizing the online system. And of course, other things that are listed there on your screen, giving you full access to the information that you need. Now, Dealer Connect is something that the police and government manager can assist you with to get you access to that. If you have a larger fleet, it may be something worth looking into in order to get that information so that you can keep your vehicles up and running. Also, equally important is the information about recall information. I know as a recall is a necessary part of the business, and it's all designed to keep people safe, keep the vehicles safe to operate. You can access the recall information directly without having to contact one of us personally. You can go to our fleet website at fcausfleet.com, select the recall information there at the bottom of the page. It's a little blue button that you click on, and you open up the FCA recall inquiry tool. You can enter your email address and the VIN number, or you can attach a file with all of your VIN numbers, and we'll check the open recall status of those VINs. As it says there on the screen, our goal is that within 2 hours, you receive an email with the recalls for any vehicles that you submitted. And it gives you a one-stop shop in order to gather information on what is our next step, as far as recalls, what's open, what's been closed, and we keep our fleet up and running and safe to operate. And last but not least, when it comes to the service side of the house. Want to remind everyone that we have the express lane service at over 1,000 of our dealerships, a one-stop shop for all fleet maintenance, recall, and warranty work. We provide extended hours for this service, consistent pricing, complimentary multi-point vehicle inspection. Please stop by and check it out. There's no appointments necessary. It really is designed to minimize the amount of downtime for your fleet and keep your fleet up and running and as efficient as we possibly can. For more information, want to extend a opportunity and an invitation that you always have resources available 24/7 for the most part through our website, through our excellent government sales team, our Mopar and service teams. There's on your screen there, you can see the reminder of our website. If you want to request a demo, we have demos for both all of our vehicles, actually. If you want a demo, we'll make it happen. By going to lawenforcementdemos@chrysler.com, you can signify what vehicle you wish to test. Someone will reach out to you in the very near future to make arrangements to have that vehicle delivered to your particular location, have it picked up at the end of the test and evaluation period. All of this is provided for you at no cost to you. We want you to actually drive the vehicle before you make a very important decision if that's your wish. Those vehicles are available throughout the country. There is, I will say this, with the new Charger powertrains and the new additions on the Durango Pursuit, there is a waiting list. I call it batting order. Due to COVID, it delayed the amount of time that to get those demo vehicles out to you. It simply wasn't safe to move vehicles around the country with the threat of a pandemic, but we're getting very, very close, hopefully to restarting that program. Our vehicles, our Chargers are built and pretty much ready to deploy. Our Durangos will be built in the next 30 days, and we will have them available as well. So please, if you want to get on that batting order, get on the radar for a demo, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We'll put you on the list and we will make it happen for you. With that being said, I want to personally thank you for your time, for joining us. Again, thank you to the CWFleet team for making this happen. I know it's a challenge to go from an in-person fleet conference to a virtual fleet conference, and these guys and girls have hit a home run. So kudos to them. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Most importantly, thank you for what you do each and every day in your community, your county, your state, to keep the rest of us safe. Hope that you remain healthy. Hope you have a great rest of your day and stay safe. Cindy, I'll turn it back over to you. Hopefully we've got a couple of questions.
We do have a lot of questions, Ken. Thank you so much for such a great and thorough presentation. Very much appreciated. And you answered one of them, which is really great, which is that you are providing demos. You can request a demo. We provided that information on your slide, also in the chat box there as well. So that's great information. I'm gonna, and please continue to add your questions in the chat box, but we do have several that we wanted to address. Are there any fees associated to access the Dealer Connect?
I'm going to reach out to David Mitza, who is on the call, but I don't believe there is, David. I don't believe you have audio capability, but Cindy, if you will send me that person, or David, if you can enter the chat and respond to that. David is, again, our service and parts government manager.
He has audio capability if he wants to say something.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, David.
Everyone can hear me all right?
You
Yep.
can.
Good afternoon, everyone. To answer the question on the Dealer Connect piece, no, there is no fee for Dealer Connect. If you are truly looking in the presentation for wiring diagrams, things of that nature, no, just reach out to me either via phone or email, which was provided earlier. We can get you the necessary paperwork to get the agency set up with Dealer Connect.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
There are quite a few questions in here, and I hope I don't miss any of them. I'm going to go back to the top where they started coming in, and there was a comment on wanting to know if the issues have been addressed because the agency, 3 out of their 10 Chargers had to have the engine replaced. Can you speak to that for the 2021 models?
We did make some,
Go ahead.
Ken, go ahead, or me?
No. Yes, sir.
So we did, yes, we did make some significant engineering changes in the 2018 model year to our engines and our lifters. The data that we have currently today shows that the engineering changes that we did make made a substantial difference. So I would ask, so we don't go into the weeds. The person who had asked that question, and I'm looking here, if they want to reach out, we can have further discussions one-on-one to address the specific agency's concerns.
Great.
But to answer the question, there was engineering changes made in the 18 model year.
And early in the presentation, just as we got started, in case this needs to answer the model that they're speaking of, they had some questions around suspension. There were some suspension challenges. Can you address if those have been looked at for the 2021 model year?
So I guess I would need to further understand the suspension, the issues, if we're talking about what suspension components. Again, I would ask the agency if they want to reach out. We can have further discussion because I don't want to paint a broad brush and determine what we're exactly dealing with. It could be multiple different things. So if they could reach out, that'd be great.
And maybe Dave, you can put your contact information in the chat box so these
Sure.
specific performance questions and concerns can be addressed directly to you. That would be really helpful. And let's see, I keep going down. I want to make sure that I'm capturing all of this. And
I see one. Why would the selection to choose between the two for secure park only be offered on the Durango?
I'll take that. And a very good question. Basically, it's the technology that exists in the Durango and the new developments. I didn't mention it in the presentation, folks, but when you talk about commitment to the law enforcement community and our law enforcement vehicles, Dodge and FCA made the single largest commitment since we redesigned the Charger back in 2015 model year. Millions and millions of dollars invested into the Durango Pursuit and utilizing the Durango Pursuit technology that exists and being able to redesign the interior components. We were able to make it where Secure Park as a new feature could be manually or automatically functional. With the Charger, that did not change from the years past, and for the immediate future, we don't see any change with Secure Park. It still remains manually engaged by the officers, and we understand probably the reasoning behind that question. But it's simply what we have to work with today. The Durango offers us the ability to make it automatically engaged, and so we went with that investment to make it happen.
thank you. We've got a few more questions. I want to be sure we can get them all in.
Sure.
2020 Durango, we had some issues with the rear doors not locking. Have you had that issue or heard about that? And has it been addressed in 2021? Again, if this is something where the agency should reach out specifically to this team, just let us know so you can further drill down on that.
I have not
yes,
heard that, so David, go ahead.
No, I have not either. So if the agency could please reach out, we will certainly look into those concerns and try to figure out what's going on.
So thank you. Here's a great availability question. Is the Ram SSV available in 4-wheel drive and 2,500, 3,500 8-foot bed?
That's a very good question to stump the dummy. I know with the Ram 1500, it's technically 5'7" bed, 6-foot bed. The 3,500 is brand new for us, so I see that's coming from A. Borgman.
Correct.
If you'll shoot me an email, I will get you some information on that SSV 3,500 and the capabilities. We've got a really good document that I can send to you with information about that vehicle, or both vehicles actually.
Perfect. And I think our last question that I can see so far is, has anything changed with, and I might get this acronym wrong, OBD 1.1 or 2 support?
OBD2 support.
Great. This upcoming model year for all FCA models, trucks, Durango, and the Chargers. Anything changing there?
No, nothing is changing to OBD2. I would assume that this particular agency, and again, if we need to take it offline, they can contact me. Potentially has the YTech tool, so that may play into that question. But no, nothing is changing in the upcoming model year with OBD2.
Okay. Well, again,
Cindy, there is a second question attached to that David maybe can vendor or upfitters get access to the service library?
And if so, how would you go about doing that?
The service library would be accessed through the Dealer Connect system that Ken spoke to earlier. So that's a very valuable tool for agencies that maintain their vehicles at their own facilities to have that access. So if you have the Dealer Connect access, you get the service library access as well.
Awesome.
I think what they
and there is
for upfitters.
I'm sorry?
I think what they were getting at, if I'm reading this correctly, is can a vendor like a secondary upfitter that's upfitting their vehicles, can they get access to that?
From the upfitter, no, the upfitter cannot get access to Dealer Connect. They can get the upfitter's guide that has the like the VISM information on there, but they cannot access the Dealer Connect. And the other question, I think we may have answered this or not, but there is no cost associated with the Dealer Connect. I don't know if I answered that, but I thought I saw it come up. Okay.
And I'm glad that you mentioned something about the upfitter's guide. Folks, if you have kind of paralleling that question, we do have upfitters manuals that we can send to you or give access to, of course, at no charge. And they give you a very good detailed summary and step-by-step on a lot of the components, a lot of the systems on both Charger and Durango. So please reach out to any of us. We can direct you to it. You can actually go online and get that yourself as well. So Cindy, thank you very much for the questions. Thank all of you for the questions. Very good questions indeed.
Awesome. And thank you to the Dodge team and all the prep that went into this presentation. I do want to let everyone know that we do have access to that presentation, and we will include a link in the next couple of days onto our website, so you have full access to that presentation as well. Ken, David, thank you so much for your time this morning. I'm going to share my screen just so that we can talk a little bit about next year and how much we look forward to getting together with everyone. and we are ready to go see everyone face to face again. So I appreciate everyone's time this morning. We have another presentation up with Sound Off Signal at 11 a.m. We look forward to a great presentation with them. But again, nothing compares to face, but this is what we have this year. And along with the rest of the world, we are pivoting, and we appreciate everyone's virtual time and the partnership with Dodge Law Enforcement. So thank you all. We'll see you at 11 o'clock with Sound Off Signal.